So the president of Kenya and the government of Kenya is just romancing those youths who are protesting and destroying the economy and the infrastructure. Those stupid creatures must be dealt with immediate effect. Mercilessly. They must be shot on point. Secondly, those slogans of Gen Z must be abolished with immediate effect, because in politics we don't risk. Kenya has been moving well. Kenya has been moving smoothly. But now the foreign hand is entering through youths. But they are protesting. Protesting for what? How can you rape a woman? How can you defile a child? How can you rob people's shops? How can you destroy the infrastructure in the form of protesting? And Mr. Ruto, you are just looking. You just come to Uganda. You know, neighbors, we help each other. You come to Uganda and get a backup. 1 week, no one is going to be moving on the roads of Nairobi or anywhere. Because here in Uganda, it used to be like that in 2009, 2008, 2009, 2006, where the West and some foreign hand could emerge, could add up power to work on those stupid protests. But Museveni crushed them completely. Here in Uganda, we don't protest. We don't protest at all. And mind you, Kenyans, we have 3 ways of ruling in Africa, because politics is tradition. Is a tradition. The traditional way of ruling Africans is by using a gun and a chiboko ya uchafu. Chiboko ya uchafu and a gun. The first successful way of ruling Uganda Africans is what Rwanda is doing. Mr. Kagame is a no-nonsense man. Don't talk about the government. Don't talk anyhow. Just do what you are supposed to do. That's what is it in Kenya, in Rwanda. Then we have another way of Museveni. Museveni has the most unserious government in Africa. But mind you, Museveni has the most serious government in Africa. In which way? Museveni looks like is it called endoskeleton, exoskeleton? Museveni is soft here, but has very strong bones. The government of Uganda can allow you to speak anyhow. We can allow you to abuse the government and the president, his wife and his children. We can allow you to eat pork many kilograms as you wish. We can allow you in Uganda to have sex many times. But there are no-go areas and Ugandans know them. You can't think about toppling the government of Museveni. That's why you see Besigye now is in prison. And Ugandans are doing their things. That's what... You Kenyans were just joking. How can you remove Museveni? How can you say that we are tired of Museveni? How could a youth come out of his home or a home to go and destroy things because he wants Ruto off the presidency? You voted for that man. Now you are protesting by destroying your beautiful nation. Ugandans have been admiring Kenya, that Kenya is far from Uganda. Rwanda is a paradise. Kenya is looking like a Jerusalem where Jesus was born. You see those people you have been admiring. You have come to Uganda to get a backup. You take even 100 soldiers from Uganda can make Kenya cool within 2 days. Because for us, we don't have muchezo. No. Mr. Ruto, do not romance those children. In Africa, we don't have rule of law. Take an example of families we grew from. Your father is not your friend. Your father is your father. Your father can sit there and be quiet for 3 hours when you don't even say hi, dad. To instill fear in you. In the governments of Africa, you have to instill fear. You have to rule with a sword. Because if you rule with the constitution, people are going to familiarize with you. People, they are going to think they can do anything at wish. You go to those first world nations. In France, one time people were protesting. Mr. Macron, the president of France, used a very strong hand. Because people in France had made it a habit of protesting at any time they want. In America, you cannot do what the youth of Kenya are doing. You cannot. Even America is not democratic. You have the democracy of moving in a nika. You have a democracy of having sex by the roadside, but you don't have a right to tamper with the government. So Mr. Ruto, just look on as those stupid youths are destroying their nation. You know what it takes to build a nation like a Kenya. Kenya is ahead of Uganda. You have many things we don't have here. But you have been admiring. You see what you are doing. I just saw lazy soldiers looking on. I just saw... How can you play? How can you play on a soldier of Museveni? How? How can you play with a person who has a gun? How can you come and burn and set the buildings ablaze because you are protesting genocide, because you have power? You feel like you can box even an elephant. No way. No way. No way. Mr. Ruto, don't romance those kids. Kill them. Beat up them. Follow them wherever they are coming from. And this is crucial. You must investigate who is putting money in those youths. You see, that's how Libya got spoiled even today. Even today, Libya is struggling to stand up again because of the foreign hand, which is using the citizens themselves and using the youth who feel powerful and have a lot of time to do the nonsense. In Uganda, we say that if a person has ever been bitten by a snake, if he sees a rope, that person runs. If we have seen many countries we are destroyed by those protests and we just look on, it means you are lazy. Because Mr. Ruto, you grew from an African home. An African home does not give you 100% guarantee to do whatever you want, even if you are a child of that family. Your liberty and your powers, your democracy is limited. It's 90% in your parents. Now the government has the right 95%. How could you come and rape a woman? How could you come and defile a child? How could you come and destroy a road, an hospital? You enter into the parliament of a nation. I just pity Kenyans. In Uganda, we don't protest. In Uganda, we have a lot of problems to solve, but that's not the way of solving problems. Mr. Ruto, I'm born again. I pray from Voso Gilga. My pastor is Pastor Sarah Mikisa. We are going to pray for you because in the first instance we pray. God has a right, God has an iron hand to stop anything that is going astray. Secondly, you must act accordingly as a parent because those are kids. Those are not old men and old women. Those are kids. They are using, politicians are using them secretly to destroy their country. And you know what it takes to build a country like Kenya. The best advice is coming to Uganda and get only 70 soldiers from Uganda can make that protest stop within 30 minutes. And you know it. Uganda is a blessed country with everything. Status Benz, Mercedes, or Uganda, may God uphold, or Kenya, may God of Israel uphold you.